This is a Preps on the Net Sports Update. And week 3 is a wrap-up. And what a tremendous weekend it was for high school football in the state of Wisconsin. Our crews were out and about all weekend long. Let's go to the fields. It was Loyal in for a long Friday night as the Blue Jays of Athens were content to pound it out on the ground, getting over 250 yards. The big plays were far and few between, but the Blue Jays plugged away with gains of 4, 5, and 6 yards at a time, getting the scoring started with a short run in the first quarter by Evan Lugopolsky. Loyal then tried to get a passing game going with a long ball, but was intercepted by Athens on the next possession. Taking control early on the ground was the theme for Athens following that interception. Jaden Dobbs ran for 75 yards during the game, scored his first of 3 touchdowns on this first quarter run. With the ground game unstoppable, Athens takes a victory running away 35-0, keeping themselves atop the Clover Belt Conference standings. Let's now go to Edgar. Quarterback Reed Lehman found a gaping hole, scored on this 23-yard dash, giving the Wildcats a 36-0 lead. Following a 3-and-out Shawamagon series, Edgar started to pound the ball with 6- and 7-yard runs up the middle and off tackle, culminating this short 1-yard TD plunge by Will Henneman as Edgar rolled on to a 68-0 shutout victory. And we're seeing some extremely large scores out there. Just check Preps on the Net anytime for the scores of your favorite team and to check conferences and teams from around the state. Let's go to our next field. It was straight-ahead, no-frills, smash-mouth football at Blue Jay Stadium Friday night as former Wisconsin Conference rivals Antigo and Merrill served up one of the night's better games. It was a seesaw battle with Merrill's Kyle Kubiacek scoring first on this 7-yard run. Didn't take long for Antigo to come right back as Ivan Flannery aired out this long pass to Nico Folsom. With one man to beat, Folsom hauls it in for a 68-yard scoring strike. Now with the score standing at 21-14 and a minute 50 left on the clock, Antigo stood on the doorstep knocking on the door, but University of Wisconsin bound Sam Arneson was one who answered with this victory, sealing gold line interception, giving Merrill a hard-earned 21-14 victory. Now let's take a quick look around the Wisconsin Valley Conference. The DC Everest Evergreens obviously pumped up as the Wausau East Lumberjacks tried to make a game of it, but running back Sam Myers takes it in from 1 yard out, what would be the first of 3 touchdowns on this evening, ensuring a dominant Everest victory of 41-7. Across town at Town Field, Wausau West was taking it on the chin as Wisconsin Rapids rolled up over 300 yards in the first half with help of Brady Goski's 80-yard TD run on this play. Rapids ran away with the game 47-7, tying them for Valley's conference lead. After taking a beating the week before, Stevens Point came out firing on all cylinders against Marshfield Friday as quarterback Bobby Gregorich tossed his long bomb to J.T. Ford, which didn't quite make it in the end zone, but on the next play, number 33 Joe Horvath plunged in for the score on the way to a hard-fought 31-14 victory for Stevens Point. And each week we have a poll. It's the National Guard Game of the Week. Make sure you vote. Vote often if you like, and get your team involved with the Game of the Week. Let's go to the action. And the National Guard Preps on the Net Game of the Week Thursday, Milwaukee's Riverside up against Milwaukee's Bradley Tech. It was Thursday night. This was definitely a game of two tales as Bradley Tech started fast, looked to be running away with the game with the help of a long 60-yard pass from John Clayton to Marcus Holm, and then scoring on another big play, this 38-yard run by Clayton to put Tech out front 19-0. Well, that's when the tide turned and Riverside started to catch up with a 3-yard scoring strike from Shamari Triggs to Eric Murray. Then it was Eric Murray again on a 4-yard run as Riverside went into the locker room ahead at half, 20-19. The second half was a tough defensive battle for the most part, but Riverside's Shamara Triggs put the final nail in the coffin with this 1-yard run in the fourth quarter, sealing the victory for Milwaukee Riverside, 26-19. Let's take you to Doré Field in Chippewa Falls for an unexpected tough fight between McDonald Central and Auburndale. Auburndale strike first on this 6-yard TD run. It was QB CJ Castellano calling his own number. After that, a 2-point conversion followed, gave the Apaches an early 8-0 lead. It would be Central's night overall, though. They held on for a 24-22-point win. Just down the road, let's go to Osseo as the Osseo Fairchild Chieftains had a tough time with the Colby Hornets. Colby dominated the first half. We pick up action in the second half. Colby leading 21-0. Chieftains determined not to be shut out. It was Trevor Meeks to Tanner Keene. This pitch first put the Chieftains on board. but the Hornets would allow one more score. A Tanner Keene dash from scrimmage all the way for the score, about 60 yards. A PAT afterwards left the final at 21-15. Colby coach Jeff Rosemeyer knew his squad's large halftime lead didn't mean much.
Tough, physical, hard-fought game. We knew at halftime that we were far from over. And, you can tell the kids it's 0-0, but when you come out there, they kind of know. And I'm not saying we had a letdown at all. I give Osseo Fairchild all the credit in the world for the way they fought in the second half.
And that's our latest look at football around the state. I'm Kevin J. Atto for Preps on the Net.